What's up, guys? James with That's Right Lawn Care. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed your weekend. Today's motivational Sunday. So Monday, I about said Monday. That's tomorrow. Anyways, doing a little mower maintenance today. Got the tarp out, scraping the blades. I've already done one side. The 36 wasn't too bad underneath it, but I went ahead and sharpened the blades on it. But I'm getting these blades changed, getting the deck scraped, going to be greasing this one, and then we're going to be sharpening the blades and greasing and scraping the deck on the 61. And we're also going to be doing the 50-hour review on the 61. I can't remember if I might have deleted the footage of me doing the oil change on the 50-hour oil change on the 61. It may still be on my computer. If it's not, y'all seen me change oil before. It's not really much to it, but I was trying to throw that in the 50-hour review, but I don't think it's gonna make it in there. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, so getting this all scraped out. I like my new little system of putting a tarp down. I've seen several people do it before, and it makes a whole lot of sense because it's not a lot of mess to clean up after you're done with it, and it's really it's just so easy. Yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and get this video started. Maintenance Sunday is already underway. I'm getting all this stuff done, and I figured I'd go ahead and bring the camera out. Let's go talk about the 61. Let's just cut right to the chase. That's all this video is really going to be about. The 61. I'm going to dedicate it to the 61 V-Ride 2, the 37 horsepower Vanguard. I brought all the mowers back here earlier and washed them. I had just a little bit of super clean left, so I wanted to get them all washed up and ready for the week, cleaned out so that I could hit all the grease points and everything. But as you can see, like I said, I only had a little bit, so I really only focused on the parts. As you can see, the whole deck pretty much looked like that. So Super Clean does an amazing job, but I only had a little bit left, so I just ran through and squirted. Y'all are terrible. Anyways, so here it is. I've got the deck cover off because it's easier to access the blades when I'm changing them and hitting the grease points and stuff like that. So as I said, I'm in the middle of maintenance Sunday. We're going to talk about this 61-inch mower. Let's get right to it. So what you see here is a Skag V-Ride 2 61 with the 37 EFI Vanguard motor. Briggs & Stratton Vanguard motor, guys. This has been a powerhouse. It has been amazing. I haven't found anything I couldn't cut yet. I hope I can find something I can't cut because that's gonna make a killer video. This is the 50-hour review on the Skag 61-inch V-Ride 2 with the 37 horsepower Vanguard. We'll go ahead and show you this. I'm at 65.9 hours, so yes, I am about 16 hours over from the 50-hour review. But I'm gonna go ahead and say this, my opinion has not changed in any way. Still loving the machine. God, this thing is a beast. If I would have known how much of a beast this was last year, I probably would have bought it last year. But this has increased productivity by far. It does use a lot of fuel, but you know, you pay a little to make a little. So I've always said that the 37 Vanguard and the Velocity Plus deck would be a killer combo on the 52-inch, and this year they've made that an option, so I'll probably buy one. But this is about the 61-inch. As you can see right here, we've got a lot of deck overlap. Makes it a little bit different to strop than, you know, say like the 52, which you don't have as much deck overlap. So your deck's like, you've got 2 inches overlap versus 4 or 5 inches here. And then same with the other side. So stropping with it was took a second to get used to it, but I've stropped my yard. I've stropped several tall fescue yards with it, and you know, it's like riding a bicycle. It'll come right back to you. But it's pretty easy to learn. One thing I have noticed is learning on all my yards that I've been running through with the 52-inch. I'm finding new holes and stuff in the yards to where I wasn't running over them last year with the 52 because I had the same strop patterns in them and everything. So I'm having to, you know, I'm finding these new holes and I'm having to figure it out. But it's coming pretty easy. This thing chews up grass and spits it out The combination between the 37 Vanguard and the Velocity Plus deck is unreal, y'all. I mean, it's amazing. I actually need to cut back here, and I cut back here the other day, and it's already getting tall, fluffy. But I'm gonna let it go. I don't do much cutting in the backyard, only when it really needs it. Let's talk about some things I'm just still kind of shaky on, and I'm not sure if this is a Skag or motor. I'm not able to get my socket on here, so I have to use a wrench. On the 52, it's a little easier to drain the oil, but this is where you drain the oil. And then, of course, these two wires coming off of here, it makes this a little difficult to get to, but that's me being picky about it. Then there was one more thing that I'm not too happy about, and this might surprise a lot of you. No, it's not gonna surprise you. It's the gas tanks, guys. You got a big mower here, it's got a big motor, we've only got a single gas tank. I think Skag would do a lot better if they would move this battery and put another gas tank right there. Just my thoughts and opinion. You may think different. You may think, you know, the one gas tank is good enough, which I can run this gas tank all day, and it's only down to, you know, a quarter of a tank. I don't use a full tank a day. Of course, then again, I'm not putting 7 or 8 hours on the mower per day. It's not being ran non-stop. We're unloading it, mowing a yard, loading it back up, going down the road. So it gets 0.1, 0.2 hours every stop. Some yards are a little bigger, some yards are a little smaller. But for the most part, I fill it up once a day. This was Friday. We only worked about half a day Friday. As you can see, we still used about a quarter of a tank. But we did the 1.3 acre property. We did the church. We did 2 other decent sized half-acre yards and another small yard. So, I mean, to knock those out, it's still, I mean, it's very efficient, but it feels like it does use a lot of fuel. And to have that second gas tank on there, I think would be awesome. And of course, a lot of y'all know Skag has all their grease points. You got 11 grease points on this, 3 on the spindles, 2 on the wheels, your 4 points on these deck where you drop the deck, and then the 2 on the arms in the back. So you've got 11 grease points right there. They're all pretty much, except for the 2 in the back, those are the 2 that are kind of a hassle. It makes it a lot easier to access them if you drop the deck. See them right there? So if y'all drop the deck on any Skag with a Velocity Plus deck, or, well, the 36 has them as well. And some of y'all may have seen, I did throw the grass flap on these. Grass flap has been something that I have enjoyed on the 52. You're not slinging grass all over sidewalks and stuff, but this thing is awesome. I love the fact that it's a foot pedal. It's really easy to, as you're just riding along, stomp it and it goes up. I wonder if I can catch that all in one view. Just real easy. You do not have to move your hands off the controls. It's very convenient and well worth the money. I hear a lot of people saying that the cables, you know, you may want to order an extra cable. I was gonna wait and order a cable if mine ever broke, just to see how long it actually took for a cable to snap or break or have any kind of issues. But I haven't ran into any issues yet, so maybe I just ran my cable in a good spot and it doesn't have a lot of tension or buildup or bend to it. But I'm excited to use this come leaf season. I'm sure it is going to help chop up some leaves. We'll probably have to get some 61-inch eliminator blades for it, just to deal with some of those leaves, chop them up real fine. For the most part, my customers just want their leaves mulched up, so this thing being the powerhouse that it is, I'm sure it'll turn leaves into dust. All right, let's move on to these shoes right here, guys. These are the Kenda 24 by 12 by 12s, and they are grippy. They are very aggressive tire. When you get a really aggressive tire, you got, of course, you're gonna have a good part about it and then a bad part about it. Reason being, the good part, you're gonna be able to hold hills a lot better. The bad part, though, you gotta be really careful when you turn. Also, this being a 61-inch mower, it is a lot heavier of a machine. If that tire is on the ground, I mean, it's a 24 by 12, so you got 12 inches wide of tire holding that ground. That's your footprint right there. You got all that weight on it. If you let that wheel turn without having any kind of movement to it, you're gonna tear up the ground. You're gonna rip up some grass. You're gonna make them nasty dollar signs, whatever people call them. There's good dollar signs and there's bad dollar signs, guys. Bad dollar signs is when you're tearing up the yard. With these tires, as long as you're moving, you got to keep them moving when you're turning. Don't let them stop and turn, and you'll be fine. But 3-point turns, 5-point turns, 7-point turns, you know. But it's been really easy to keep maintained. The one thing I really like about it is everything is pretty much accessible as far as your getting the blades off and scraping the deck and keeping this thing kind of cleaned up. These get put to use quite a bit, so I'm not too worried about it having a little grass on it or a little dirt or a little grease or anything like that. This is a machine, not a show mower. But I tried to get it, you know, a little bit cleaned up for y'all today. And it's got the big old Donaldson extra air sucker thingy on it. That's what we're gonna call it. And then of course here's where you access the air filter, which I have not even taken this cover off yet, but it's got a little dust on it, but it's clean. I can see through it. And then also, guys, you have the other grease points right here, which these just come with a bolt in them, or not, well, yeah, pretty much like a bolt in them. But you can pop these off and hand pack them. What I like to do is you can take this off, put a little Zerk in there, and pump some grease in it. But always make sure that this is off. That way you can see your grease level coming up. And I don't think you're supposed to do that every 100 hours or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's 100 hours, but I've checked. I've only done mine twice, and I check it every now and then, every 100 hours or so, and look at it, and you can still see all the grease in there, so it's good. Hey, this thing is pretty quick too. I think it's got a ground speed of 11 or 12 miles an hour or something like that, but I'm gonna crank it up and I'm gonna run it back and forth right quick. That way y'all are able to hear it run, y'all can see it run, and I might even drop the deck and throw some blades on right quick just to sling some grass. Want to see some slow motion? There we go, guys, the Skag 61-inch V-Ride 2. So this thing is actually about to go get its deck scraped, some sharp blades, and some grease done to it. Everything is easy accessible just by these two little thingies right here. Pops right off, and you can access your hydraulic oil to check it. Look at it. Oh, we got some oil in there. So it's hot right now. Got the hydro gear pumps on it. The big pumps. And then of course, if you get these undone, if for any reason you break down, run out of gas or anything like that, each pump has a little relief valve. You just loosen those up and it'll be easier to push around. And then here's of course where you drain your hydraulic fluid out of, which is just oil, but makes it pretty easy to get to, easy to maintain. Y'all didn't see that, Y'all didn't see that. But yeah, there we go. So there's the internals of it. You get to see inside the belly of the beast. And of course you got your battery right here. Remy battery. If I missed anything, and if y'all have any questions, feel free to comment down below, ask them, and I will be happy to answer. If I don't know it, my Skag dealer is, that bird got close to me. That Skag dealer, I holler at him on Instagram. He'd be more than happy to help me out with any questions I can't answer. So, and then of course you can always check with any of your reps or your dealers, and they're usually pretty good to answer any questions that you have. I know mine is anyways. I don't deal with y'all Skag dealers, but my dealership has always been happy to answer any questions I've had about the machine. Well, there you go, guys. The 61-inch V-Ride 2. Thoughts and opinions on it. I love it. I mean, I should have went with this first off, you know. They also offered this mower in a, what is a 38.5 Kawasaki, and I think they've got like a 29 Kohler or something like that. So I mean, it's no joke when you step up from the Kohler to the Vanguard, and then of course from the Vanguard to the Kawasaki, you've got another horsepower and a half. But I think that one's set up to suck fuel like crazy. Now Vanguard also has a 40 horsepower motor, guys, and it won't be long. I'm thinking the next 2 or 3 years, unless we go green, you know, we're going to be running 50 horsepower motors on 61-inch mowers, and that will be crazy. But guys, I'm going to get back to doing some maintenance on these things. I got to sharpen it, grease it up, scrape the deck out, and I got to get all that done sometime today. Guys, if y'all haven't yet, what I want you to do is hit that subscribe button and shoot me a thumbs up. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Perfect.